own family, all right? All my brothers, all my sisters, okay, out there on one accord and one sound mind, and all of those who are trying to get it right, trying to get to one mind, right? Trying to get on this sound doctrine. Do not skip this video. It's going to be a quick blitz, all right? All praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodesh. That is the name of the Father, Yahweh, in the name, Bahashem, of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. That name is ancient Paleo-Hebrew, which is a written language. In his name we receive by faith, all right, as we receive the spirit of prophecy, all right? Come on now, Revelations 5:5, he broke them seals and we got that understanding, all right? The dry bones is standing up, becoming that great army, all right? We supposed to be preparing ourselves for the battle, and we have an issue in our community, okay? Brothers and sisters still out here eating abominations, and I want to show you the severity. I'm going to hit you with 3 to 4 brick walls, all right? Now, I'm fresh out my sleep, but you know what? Look in my eyes. I'm going to hit you with 3 to 4 brick walls, okay? Brick walls. If you still decide to eat the abominations and you watch this entire video, that's on you. I'm not your Lord, but I'm going to tell you what he's going to do, because the Lord is not a man that he should lie. Nobody has such a deep relationship with the Most High that you've been walking with him for 50 years, 200 years. Hey, let some of them tell it. They've been walking with the Lord for 5,000 years. It was 144 when I said that. I've been with the Lord for 5,000 years. He ain't going to do nothing to me about no pork. I'm telling you, okay? I've been battling this thing with people since I've, about 8, 9 years? Let me hit you with some brick walls. We're not about to argue about Acts chapter 10. Well, Peter got the vision and Cornelius and that. You don't even understand that vision. That had nothing to do with the beast, okay? That had nothing to do with it, all right? So let me hit you with some prophecy. I keep telling you guys, prophecy is how you erase all confusion. I don't need to go into no deep breakdowns telling you that Paul never gave you permission to eat no abominations, because you guys are confused with what he said and no, he meant this and he meant that. The time is near. Don't you understand? World War III is here. Revelations 11:14. We in the third woe. The second World War came and it said the third one will come quickly, and now it's right here. And in the midst of World War III, it's gonna be our salvation before they top it off with nukes and people still out here with crawfish hanging out their lips. You still sucking down sea roaches. Come on, man. Let me show you these brick walls. And it's up to you if you want this salvation or not. We're going to start at Isaiah 65. This ain't going to take too long at all. All right? Let those who have an ear hear. Let those who want the new heaven and the new earth, where it ain't going to be no damn pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. All right? It ain't going to be none of that. You can't let it go now. How you going to live eternity happy? And you can't suck that damn catfish out your damn throat. Come on, man. All right. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people. Okay? Don't he call the Israelites a rebellious house? Because they don't listen to the Lord. Okay? A rebellious people. They wise in their own eyes. Brothers send warnings all day long. And they say, no, ain't no evil gonna touch me. Yeah, okay. It says, which walk in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. If the Bible tells you not to do something and you convinced in your own mind, well, I got some special kind of favor over here, I could still do it and survive. You a damn liar. He says, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick. You mix with other wines, other doctrines, right? Other gods, okay? Which remain among the graves, right? The dead, okay? You're the dead. You're not living. He said, choose life. And lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, okay? Look at this. This is a future prophecy, and you're going to mess around and find out it is. Which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. My Louisianans out there, my crawfish broils, you got the pork in the damn soup, you got the crawfish in the soup, These Negroes even got shrimp in the soup. You got everything the Lord told you to not eat in Leviticus chapter 11. Everything he said not to eat, they got it in one bowl of soup. So he said these people, right? Come on now. He spread out his hands all day into this rebellious house, right? And they keep eating swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. Watch. Look, this is what they say to themselves. This is how they justify. Which say, stand by yourself. Come not near to me. Get away from me with that bullshit. Don't come over here with that. For I am holier than you. See, the Christian church, I'm convinced they don't know what holy means. The word holy goes back to the Hebrew word set apart. Kadesh or Kodesh, which means set apart, separate. So they think that they're more separated, more set apart in their walk and journey with the Lord than those who try to correct them. And that is going to be their pride that goes before destruction, and I'm going to prove it. He said they stand by themselves, saying, come not near to me, for I am holier than you. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. You pissing the Lord off. He said he's angry with the wicked every day. Right above this smoke in my nose, you see swine's flesh and abominable things. They say the Lord don't care about what I eat. It ain't about what you eat. It ain't what go into a man's mouth. It's what comes out. They misconfuse. I believe that's Matthew 19. They don't understand the scriptures at all. So lost. That had nothing to do with that. That had everything to do with washing hands. But this is the quick blitz. I don't have to break that down because I'm hitting y'all with future prophecy. If you know the end of the movie, it don't matter what's in between. So you could go argue with another teacher about, did that mean this and did that mean that? You can get the hell off a Trail Chosen with that, because I'm going to hit you with the brick walls. You can't go nowhere after the end is already written. You can't go nowhere. I got you trapped. I got everybody trapped right here. All praise to the Most High. The Ruach HaKodesh got you trapped. It ain't me, okay? But he's using me as a vessel. Check this out. It says, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence. You see how he stick to his word? He said, I done already told these dudes, all right? I done already told these sisters. I done already told their kids because they were supposed to tell them. It is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, which means pay back, even pay back into their bosom. He gonna hit you in your gut right next to that damn shrimp. He gonna hit you right next to that catfish you just sucked down with that fire. Okay? Come on now. Now, turn the page and let's prove that he gonna hit you with that fire, because you think my judgment is harsh. I know my Lord, and I'm trying to get you to know him. The Bible tells us to be after our brother's wealth, right? To look after the wealth of your neighbor. I'm trying to make you rich, man. I'm trying to get you to this kingdom, man. You need to listen. Stop eating that BS. Your slave masters gave you that food. Come on, man. Catfish, shrimp, crab, lobster, they all dwell at the bottom. And okay, and the Lord took our people from a high state to the bottom. So the white man gave you all this stuff to eat. You ain't supposed to be at the bottom no more. You're supposed to be coming into your kingdom mindset. We don't eat things at the bottom. We princes, we kings. Psalms 82:6, John 10:33. We're told there were gods. Come on, man. Check this out. Verse 15 says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots. You ever saw, I always make this reference. You ever saw Black Panther? Them vibranium flying things? Yeah, well, the Lord's chariots is like a whirlwind, and they shoot down fire. It says to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword, okay? What is his sword? His word. You don't do his word, you gonna get that fire. Will the Lord plead with all flesh? Okay, Psalms 110:3, your people gonna be willing in the day of your power. Come on now. They gonna want to suck the crawfish out their lips when that fire coming down. Oh Lord, I'm done. Oh Lord, I don't want to eat it no more. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. They gonna be crying. He said they shall howl in the day of vexation. They shall howl in vexation in the day of his visitation. Come on now. You want to be a servant of the Lord, you shouldn't be sliding down shrimp. All right? That's an abomination. It's, man, come on, man. You put some, man, I'll get this word out and I'm gonna cook on y'all. No, not the ones who already know this, all right? We need strong rebuke to people who out here doing this madness. He says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Come on, man. Zechariah chapter 8, you already know. 2/3 gonna die. 2/3 of your people gonna die. Okay? He said he's sending famine, pestilence, fire, all kinds of ways to kill. They that sanctify, which means set apart again or purify. So you set apart yourself. It says sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst. You got other understandings. Eating swine's flesh and the abomination. Come on, look at this. You stand and you set your part, you set yourself aside and say, wait, I could eat this. I got a personal relationship with the Lord. Eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed. A fire consumes what it burns up. Together, saith the Lord. Okay? For I know their works. I know them plates of food you keep scarfing down, thinking that it's okay. And their thoughts. You think it's just food. It goes out my rear end and it's just food. Man, obedience is greater than sacrifice. He don't want nothing from you if you can't obey him. He don't want nothing from you. Nothing if you cannot obey him. Okay? Now, we all fall short of the glory of the Lord, but we ain't going to sit down at a table and purposely go fix us some damn catfish and some damn shrimp, crab, and lobster. We're not going to intentionally sit down and do the things that he told us not to do. We get caught up in things and we prevail. Stop playing and we repent. It's people who really think the Lord will not do this. He said, for I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. So that's 2 brick walls, Isaiah 65:4 and Isaiah 66:17. You can't argue with that. Now, let me hit you with the insurrection that's going to come down on the children of Israel for our faith. And let me tell you, okay, this is the end times. Let me tell you what's really about to go down. This is going to visit us again. If you knew anything about the original King James Bible, okay, where you have the books that tells you about the captivity of the Greeks, you know, bro, where is it at? 2 Maccabees 7:1-4. They used to chop us up into pieces because we refused. We stood on our faith so tough. We stood on the word of God so tough. We refused to eat pork. And you know what the white Greeks did? They cut us into pieces right in front of our mother. Then they cut our mother up too. They fried us in frying pans and turned us into food. That's right. They did dirty, nasty things to us because we knew not to eat that. And we chose to love the Lord unto death. And guess what? We're going to be hit with that same trial when all hell breaks loose. This is in the midst of World War III right here. And check it out what it says. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, because nations going to come against us. And the Lord going to crack that sky, because they gonna find out, hey, Israel is the ones. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And they going to be jealous. And they going to all come over you, whether you believe or whether you don't. All right? And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. They're going to feed you the abominable foods. Okay? Why would they do that? Because they know that it defiles you. You're supposed to choose to starve or to have faith. You're going to eat something else. But if you don't have knowledge, Isaiah 33:6 says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. It makes you stable and the strength of your salvation. You want to get saved, you're going to have to know I cannot eat that, or I'm going to be consumed with the devil that's in front of me. Verse 69 says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach. So you're going to be in straight up pain and shame. Okay? Tribulation and shame and trodden underfoot. It's going to be a trick bag. You don't know about your diet now. You ain't going to know not to eat it then. You're going to get in the Esau Edom knows to put you in a trick bag, because he's the one advertising these pork billboards to you every day. He's the one charging you $159 for a damn crawfish boil, taking your money to pay for what's going to get you killed. Come on, man. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods. See, they going to make sure you ain't got nothing to eat. And then they going to test you with that pork. They going to test you with that shrimp, crab, and lobster. But we ain't going to eat. The righteous ain't going to eat, and we ain't going to take that mark of the beast either. That Revelations 13:16 charagma. And cast them out of their houses. Okay? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. A lot of people is going to miss that trial. They ain't going to understand. But the righteous shall have understanding. The wicked shall not have understanding. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. So now I'm going to hit you with this last one. You need to make sure you're not these people, man. Verse 16 of Ezekiel 11. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, although he sent us on slave ships to the four corners of the earth, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. You are literally inside of a little sanctuary right now, because we are the church. Wherever we go, we are the church. It's no longer just a temple. The Most High don't dwell in temples. He's everywhere. He's omnipotent, omnipresent. 17 says, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you. This is the great gathering, your people, from the people. He's going to gather you out of the midst of the heathen. Okay? And assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered. And I will give you the land of Israel. Isaiah 14:1-3. This is prophecy, y'all. And they shall come. Hold on, wait a minute. Forgive me. I think the page turned, y'all. Yeah. Here it is. Forgive me, y'all. The page turned, but that was a good thing because now you know the promise is you're going to be the target. They're going to know that the Lord, you're on their focus. Y'all, forgive me, man. I don't know how that page turned, but this is what I need right here. Yeah, baby. Verse 25 of Ezekiel 12. For I am the Lord. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. So if he told you right over here that he's going to come with his chariots of fire and torch those who eat swine's flesh in the abomination, right? Why is your pastor pork chop telling you it's okay? Why these dudes that been walking with the Lord for 15 million years and a half telling you that they got such good relationship with the Lord that they good? No, they not good. He said, for I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. Numbers 23:19. He's not a man that he shall lie. Isaiah 46:9-10. He will do all his pleasures. He calls the ending from the beginning. Isaiah 55, chapter 55, verse 10-11. He said, as the rain comes down and as the snow falls and it does not return back into the sky, so is his word. His word will accomplish what it needs to accomplish. Just like that raindrop's going to go into that ground and produce fruit. Come on now. His word is going to come into the ground and produce fruit spiritually. All right. He says, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. They always want to throw off the end. Oh, that's not going to be. Oh, that's not going to be. It ain't one of y'all. It ain't two of y'all. It's millions of y'all talking like this. I've been believing for quite some time now. And I've heard this time after time after time. It ain't the end. It ain't the end. He said, no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he see is for many days to come. And he prophesy of the times that are far off. They say, hey, that stuff you prophesying, that ain't going to happen no time soon. That is not going to happen. Stop it. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Here go the Most High, right? There shall none of my words be prolonged any more. Don't y'all understand there's nothing new under the sun? Don't y'all understand that the world is like a wheel? Okay? Everything comes back around. Our people saying the same thing, man. All right? They saying the same thing. And look, The prophets and the men of the Lord been talking about World War III, and that was crazy, crazy, crazy. And now it's on your news. Now you seeing insurrections. Okay, all right. Check this out. It's 144, baby. All right, all right. Therefore, saying to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh. Don't you understand that you piss the Lord completely off when you don't respect to do what he said? When you don't understand, when he prophesying to you, it's a warning. The prophets blow the trumpet to warn you of evil that's coming. All right? Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets of old, all the way up until now, we prophesy war, pestilence, and destruction. Okay? And it's going to come a day where we're going to say, I'm not a prophet. I'm a husbandman. Because it says in our own house, we will be ashamed of the vision. Let me actually go get that in Zechariah chapter 8. We always going to war with our own people about standing on these prophecies because he didn't give the understanding to everybody to understand prophecy. So the prophets is prophesied to be go through great pain, but dealing with their own people. Man, where we at? No, 13. Why did I say Zechariah 8 back then? Is it 13? Yeah, it's 13. Forgive me, y'all. Where is that? Where is that? Okay. In that day, there shall be a fountain open to the house of David. That's the strong, okay? And to the inhabitants, the house of David is the 144. And to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, that's the multitude. That's the rest of them. For sin and for uncleanliness, all right? The Lord is going to pour out understanding, all right? And we know that he said it's going to be through the firmament. The firmament was going to declare his glory, and we were going to teach. That's through the satellites. Verse 2 says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall be no more be remembered. I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirit to pass out the land. Okay? It's going to come a famine of the word. All right? People don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear this, man. They want to suck down their lobster tails. Okay? And it shall come to pass. They want to suck down they sea roaches that's built to be vacuum cleaners. And you wonder why the ocean is terrible right now, why the waters are polluted. And it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say unto him, you shall not live. They want to kill you for talking like this. They want to kill you. Now, you know, they of your own household shall be your enemies. That's what the Bible says. Okay? All right? And that ain't no, I'm not being funny with that, because I do got people that watch me. That's what the Bible say, and I got to teach what the Bible say. It says you shall not live. All right? Don't you understand that you could look up things on the news right now? Parents killing their kids because they ate the last pork chop. You think it's a joke out here? Come on, man. And that ain't the type of thing that this is talking about, but people have died over food. You ate my last piece of bacon. You're dead. How much great if you try to tell them that they're going to get destroyed for eating it. It says, for you speak lies. That's what they're going to tell you. You speak lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through when he prophesied. It's going to be a terrible thing to be a prophet soon. Okay? I'm telling you. Some will be martyrs, but most of us, man, we're going to be straight. We don't know which one. That's why you're supposed to love the Lord unto death, but we shall speak the truth unto death. In no wise speak against the truth. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed, every one of his vision. They're going to make you feel bad for the things that you're seeing. You're showing them Isaiah 66:17, that he's going to destroy those who eat the swine's flesh, and that's a future prophecy. They don't want to hear that. You showing them Isaiah 65:4, that's a smoke in his nose, those who eat swine's flesh and the abominations. They don't want to hear that. You're showing them that Esau, Edom is going to test them with pork, and if they eat it, they're going to go through hell on earth, and they're going to get laughed at because it was a trick bag. They don't want to hear it. We telling you the future. They don't want to hear it because they say that day ain't coming no time soon. All right. And the Lord loves me more than he loves you. I'm holier than you. Shut up. Okay. I had a scripture for everything that I'm singing to you right now. Everything I'm singing to you, I already took you to the scripture. So you cannot say that this is my own message. This is from the Lord himself, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. He says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed, every one of his vision. Now, we're not ashamed as in, I hate that I saw that. No, they're going to make us ashamed. That's why salvation is, all right, Isaiah 45, you know, he going to take away that shame, all right? He going to take away that shame. Let me show you. He says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. We're ashamed right now by people, but we won't continue to be. All right. Salvation is not. It's near. All right. Prophets shall be ashamed, every one of his vision, when he have prophesied. Neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. Okay. We ain't going to be prophesying in rough garments or none of that. This is what we going to say. But he shall say, I am no prophet. I am an husbandman. What does that mean? We ain't gonna be, hey, we ain't gotta have the lofty title of a prophet. We're gonna be like, hey, this is work. A husbandman is a gardener. We're literally putting seeds in the ground. We're tilling the ground, putting them seeds down, and we waiting on fruit to show up. That's what we do. You don't want me to be a prophet. You hate I'm prophets. I'm a husbandman. The day is gonna come. All right, and the day is here. They hate the prophets. Some don't even believe that there's prophets on the earth right now. And that's a sad thing because the day of the Lord is coming, baby. And it's already not. So, but he shall say, I am no prophet. I am an husbandman. For man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. We came into this thing as babes. All right. And we know how to be leaders out here. All right. It says, and one shall say, watch this, unto him, what are these wounds in your hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends, your own friends. They don't want to hear this. They're going to wound you with words. They're going to say you're not a prophet. They're going to turn their ear from you. It says, awake, O sword, against my shepherd. All right, these false leaders, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, the people under him. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones. The Lord is going to get his. The little ones are his. Remember, he said, if anyone touch any one of these little ones, it will be better for a millstone to be cast around his neck, right? Imagine a weight, a 45-pound weight, put around your neck and you cast into the ocean. It will be better for that to happen to you than for you to offend one of his little ones. We are the little ones. All right. Come on now, baby. We cooking. I might as well cook all the way down. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodesh. Thank you for your spirit, Lord. Verse 8 says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, what land? Babylon the Great, baby. This is future prophecy. But you got brothers who will be mixed up and confused at this. Saith the Lord, two parts shall die therein. This is why we keep telling you, 2 parts of our people is going to die if you cut them into 3. It says, but the third shall be left therein. All right. 1/3 of us. All right. We going to be left therein. And what's going to happen? And I will bring the third part through the fire. What fire? The fire that's coming to Babylon the Great and the rest of the world. But Babylon the Great will be the most desolate, the most destroyed, never with inhabitant again. Okay. It says, and will refine them as silver is refined, right? Because what does Sirach 2 and 5 say? Acceptable men are tried through the furnace of adversity. What does Isaiah 48 and 10 say? He says, I have chosen you. Okay, let's just go ahead and get it, man. I could quote it. I have chosen you in the furnace of affliction. Now watch when I go there. It's going to say what I said. Okay, Isaiah chapter 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined you, but not with silver. I have chosen you in the furnace of affliction. So you're going to be getting afflicted. That's why he said, blessed are those who follow me in through my temptations. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trial that's sent to try you, for that is the evidence that the Lord is dealing with you. Okay? Come on now. We got the breakdowns, man. Who got ears out there? Who got ears to receive the truth? Who got ears to listen to the prophets? Come on now, man. Lord willing, we're at that number, but come on now. We got that. We got this information, man. We got to believe and have faith, or we ain't going to keep going. All right. He says, and I will refine them as silver is refined. Shalom, shalom. And will try them as gold is tried. Okay. Didn't he say that Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12? He said, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Okay, I ain't gonna go everywhere, man. I'm quoting it right, man. I'm telling you. Okay, Lamentations 4:1. He said the precious sons of Zion are comparable to fine gold. Okay, buddy. Well, if you think you gold, you got to be tested. You think you find gold, you got to get melted down. Because if you not gold, you going to get burnt up and consumed. That's why every man's work is going to get put on trial in that day. And what you was building, everybody want to be an individual this, individual that. There's a complete doctrine out here. So whatever you building on your own, you better hope it's strong. Because if it's not, if you are not deemed to be gold, you're going to get burnt up. Okay? Come on now. We cooking up in here. So watch this. I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name and I will hear them. We're crying to the Lord. If you ain't crying, you don't need saving. It says, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. Okay? Come on now. God is a title. That's just power, man. That's not a name. His name is Yahweh. All right? So he said, I'm going to bring them through the fire. Okay? This is future prophecy. Oh, let me prove it. This is 2nd Esdras, all right, chapter 16, verse 73. This is coming soon when all hell is about to break loose. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, right? I already showed y'all where they're going to be testing us with abominable foods. And it says, whoever eat it is going to be held in derision and shame and trodden underfoot. Dang, didn't the Lord say we was going to put the devil under our foot? Well, you're going to be under the devil's foot, which is Esau, Edom, if you eat it. But you got to know you can't eat that trash, okay? It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen. See, it's a difference. Look at over here. 2/3 got to die because they not chosen. 1/3 is going to get this thing, man. They going to humble down and get this thing, man. It says, who are my chosen? And they shall be tried as the gold and the fire. So where is the confusion on how this is not a prophecy? That comes from that BS, okay? That false wine, all right? That Jim Jones juice that keep getting passed around all these damn camps, right? Shout out to Great Millstone. That's all I can vouch for, all right? Because they got the doctrine. They got the prophecy. They got it on lock, all right? They blessed me with knowledge. So, but the Lord dealt with me before I got to them brothers. And that's how I know they telling the truth. Come on, man. All this confusion out here. You shouldn't be confused about what's on your plate no more. It is your man's trail. Let me leave y'all with where you can go find what you can eat and what you cannot eat. And it is up to you to make your own decision, because I done showed you the future. If you want to think that you so, what did it say? Holier than thou. That ain't my own words. You think you more set apart in your walk with the Most High, that you can do things that nobody else can do? Hey, have fun, man. Suck down them damn crawfish. Suck down that catfish. Suck down that shrimp, crab, and lobster. Have a ball. Matter of fact, go to Old Country Buffet. Stuff yourself. But he said he gonna hit you in that gut in that day with that fire. All right? Come on, man. Some people bodies gonna eat themselves from the inside out because it's gonna be a famine. He said they shall die of famine. Come on, man. Let's see. So Leviticus 11 is telling you, go read all this, what you can eat and what you cannot. Okay? If you like fish and that seafood taste, you can eat any fish that has scales and fins. Okay? See, it's very long. It's the Lord let us eat a lot of things, man. Learn about substitutions. I ain't ate pork in years, and I have no desire to. I do believe it's in Deuteronomy 14 as well, because I got to give y'all the medicine. Again, you ain't finna be arguing about Peter and what Paul said when the Lord and told you the future, okay? Even though Peter and Paul never gave you a license to sin. Never. Never have they ever. Deuteronomy 14, all right? Go read this. Hey, that's enough medicine on this topic. I'm going to be back in a couple hours to give y'all the surety that there is only one truth out here and one doctrine going out. And if you ain't got that doctrine, I feel bad for you, man. It's your boy Trail. All glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodesh. Hey, he almost here, man.